So without further ado, straight from the Looney Bin Comedy Club, let's give it up for Joseph Anthony.
Yeah! I'm just over 40, and I heard all the myths that it's going to get better and it's going to get great, and it hasn't. I'm falling apart. I need surgery on my legs. Not that really anybody here cares, but I wear 2 braces, and it's because I've been bow-legged my whole life. And my mother, poor woman, 80 years old, says, "Oh, it's my fault. I should have had you fixed. It's my fault." And I'm like, "No, it's not your fault. It's my wife's fault." How could it be your wife's fault? I don't know how, somehow, some way she's doing this to me. I think for the last 10 years, she's been slipping a horse between my legs while I'm sleeping. Somehow she's responsible. But everything is falling apart. It's not going well. I look in the mirror and I'm like, well, that's my head. You know, that's my lower extremities. Even though I don't use it anymore, I still recognize it. But I'm like, who's that pregnant woman hugging me? So things are starting to change. It's early in the night. I'll give you a minute. If you don't get it now, I'll hand out a pamphlet. You could thumb through this tomorrow. There's full color diagrams of my body, and you can say, "Oh, now I get it." We live in a very automated, impersonal society. I was in the green room. Nobody's really having a conversation. Everybody's sort of buried in their phone. Everybody's doing something very important in their self. I can't talk right now. I'm doing something very important in my phone. I'm landing rocket ships on the moon. Nobody's doing anything in that phone but playing. And they desensitize us and dehumanize us as human beings because no one has a conversation anymore because everybody is so caught up in technology. It's really impersonal. You ever see someone out on the street using a hands-free cell phone and respond to them before you realize they weren't talking to you? And what do? They stare at you like you're the freak. I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're like, "Good, how you?" "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking." Then they proceed to tell a lamppost, "Yeah, there's some asshole over here thinks I'm talking to him." Very impersonal. Even voicemail. Voicemail was supposed to be a simple thing. I call you up, you're not there, I leave you a message. Even that's not fast enough for people today. It's not quick enough. Look, I'm OCD, obsessive compulsive. If I leave you a voicemail, you can be guaranteed that everything I want to communicate is on that message twice. So why do people constantly call me back and go, "What's up?" What do you mean, what's up? Didn't you see the message? Didn't you hear the message? No, I just saw that you called. And I called you back. What if on the message I said, "Whatever you do not call me back. I'm in a cave in Afghanistan. If this phone rings, they're gonna kill me. Get help." Thank you very much, everybody. I'm gonna go sit down. Thank you.
What's going on?
Hey, Johnny.
How are you?
How are you, Joe?
What's going on, buddy?
How much? I would say that was fun, but it wasn't.
So now listen, where are you originally from?
Huh?
Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Staten Island. I bounced between Staten Island and Brooklyn, back and forth, back and forth. I would say that my father was in the Army, but that would be a lie. He was just a compulsive gambler. So we had to move during the night a lot.
Oh, God.
Unbelievable.
I tell the truth. I say to someone, "How you doing?" And they say, "How you doing?" They automatically feel the need to, it's okay to repeat it back to me. "Hey, Joey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "No, if I hit you with this pipe, I'm a bad guy, right?"
Listen, this is the situation. Let me talk.
Go ahead.
I get my chops busted because I do have a punctuation problem, you know?
Punctuation.
Yeah,
Pronunciation.
a punctuation
Exactly.
problem.
Listen,
You don't know where to put a
make
comma?
fun.
No, that's why I said it like that.
You're making me look smart, Johnny.
That's it. This guy's dead after the show.
Better wash this outside.
You ever see a live fight on CTV?
Don't worry about it. I'll get on the assessor ride bus. I'll be okay. With the rest of the
Listen,
guests.
you're in Jersey now. How'd you finally get to the suburbs of Jersey?
My wife, I would say a few choice words, but I know this is a high-end television station. She dragged me there kicking and screaming because we were in Brooklyn. We were living in Brooklyn at the time. And I wanted to go back to Staten Island. To me, Staten Island is the perfect middle ground. It's like an old pair of jeans. I'm comfortable here. This is where I got arrested for the first time.
You got the same jeans on.
I do, with my big thick braces that I mentioned.
I like that Kmart shirt you got on there.
Oh, you starting to fire away on me? I thought we were gonna have I thought we were gonna recite a conversation.
Boys. Let me not get in the middle here
That's
now.
all right, we're even now.
All right. Johnny, you got a hair out of place. Not on that head.
Not
but
never.
Where else? All right. So anyway, now I lost my train of
What
thought.
part of Jersey you in?
I'm in Monmouth County.
God help you.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she wanted to go there, and and because she wanted the big backyard to plant flowers. And every day I go in that backyard and I think, when am I gonna bury the bitch for taking me here?
I hear you.
It's bad.
Are you guys editing this? Good.
No, everything stays on. So listen, what got you into comedy?
It was kind of a natural path, I guess. Got in trouble a lot in school. I was always into the arts. I was a writer. I tried acting, and then I was writing. I was acting, and then I just sort of said, let me try this, and I put it together. And I got up at Pips Comedy Club in Brooklyn, and the rest is history. And here I am 20 years later, back at Staten Island Cable.
Forget about
They
it.
say things go full circle. Well, apparently I messed up somewhere.
They weren't kidding. Who were some of your comedy influences?
Huh?
Your influences. Who were some of your comedic influences?
I was a big Kinnison fan. Pat Cooper. I just love, and I am that type of comic. I don't know if you could tell from that brilliant 3 minutes I did, but I like anyone that goes for the throat, tells it truthful. Just people that are dysfunctional.
Lisa Lampanelli. We'll give her a shout.
No, I like Lisa. I like
love
Lisa.
her.
I respect Lisa, but no, I think what Lisa does is very canned. Okay, if Lisa went up there and did it different or somewhat different every time, that would be different. If she was more Don Rickles, I think she's trying to be Don Rickles, but she's not.
Okay.
Because Lisa says, well, this is the black guy, and this is the Puerto Rican, and this is the this, and this is the that, and I say this here, and I say this there. I can work a room for 2 hours, and the next show, the next night, be totally different.
Okay.
Because I shoot from here.
Well, I like Lisa. So.
What about
I'm sorry, I hope she's
That's
not
okay.
watching.
What
I'm
about
down.
Dice? You like Dice or not?
Huh?
You like Dice Clay?
Do I like Dice Clay? When I started, Dice Clay was a phenomenon. I went to go see him. It was thrilling, but that ended very
Yeah,
quickly.
of
No,
course.
he went nowhere. Here's another guy that proved that he was a one-trick pony. And then every time he tried to change it up, he screwed it up, and he's Jewish, and he tries to be Italian. Look, pick a culture.
So now listen, what's life on the road? I'm sure you got a bunch of good stories. Why don't you share something with the audience here?
A lot of action on the road. A lot of action. Lately, it's more civil. It's more calm. Nothing too exciting happens. I just kind of want to get home in a hurry and sit in my living room, depressed,
Yeah, you look kind of tired.
sexless, eat my fluffernutter in the house that I pay for. That's my life. I sit in front of the television and I lament all the things that should have and could have been. But at one time it was pretty wild, but I started to get into a little bit of trouble,
I can relate.
I got in trouble for the first time in upstate New York. I was doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, putting some bad things in my body. I got in trouble, and this is what you call your first wake-up call.
This is the after effects, right?
It took it. Well, everybody's asking.
one,
I must
John.
look really terrible.
You
because
got
the
me
past couple
going now.
days,
Forget about it.
People tell me I look terrible. I should have put on makeup
No.
like you. But anyway,
Hey, that
what is that?
We're going to go over
What
our
is that?
time with
That's
him.
not funny.
what is that? Clinique number 5. And you're the girl who works at Macy's, right? Want to spray? No. Yeah, by the way, you have a giant butterfly attacking your wrist. I don't know if you know it. You see that thing? So anyway, so I was in
take it.
upstate New York, and I'm sitting there handcuffed to a piece of plywood, and all of a sudden this big cop, 6'7", he gets up, he doesn't even talk to me. He brings me in a room, he puts gloves on, he has me make a sample, and he holds me. And it's at that point you go, I need to make some new choices in my life.
Yeah, that could be.
This is not how I saw my evening turning out. Although mildly stimulating, this is not.
Now listen, before we
They're
go,
a quick audience, they can read between the lines.
your time's
Surprised
running
they
out.
can read, let alone between the lines.
Where are you going to be performing soon, so you could plug that?
Well, I am going to be at the Looney Bin doing my own self-promoted Coming Home Back to Staten Island show, but that's July 17th, and I have a feeling this will be airing a week after that. Other than that, I have a website, josephanthonycomedian.com, very simple to remember, josephanthonycomedian.com. My schedule is on there, updated as often as I can update it, and that's it. I have a DVD out. It's called I Can Make Anything Funny. Even the Johnny P Show. I'm going to add that on.
Listen, I saw that in Wallbounds for $1.99 last
I'll
week.
take it. Wallbounds has big exposure.
Well, listen, everybody, Joseph Anthony, let's give it up. Come back anytime, buddy.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. I don't know, but I was getting a little nervous after a while. You you guys could have battled up there.
Put it this way, he is a funny guy.
He is funny. He's doing good.